What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Y'all alright? Girl, this weather ain't no joke, okay? Listen, I come on here and I talk about the weather. I give my little intro, but this time I'm for real, okay? I want y'all to be safe. Ain't no jokes. Ain't no jokes, okay? Because maybe a few years ago, I probably would have joked y'all out. I probably would have joked y'all out. But I can't because we feeling it too. We feeling it too. Let me tell you something. I've been born and raised up in Chicago all my life. Never left, except for vacation. But I get surprised and I get annoyed each and every time the winter get here and it snows and it get real cold. Mind you, I could deal with the real coldness. You know what I'm saying? I just can't stand the snow. Okay, but it's been snowing off and on, and it's literally double digits. We're in the 20s. Okay, we're in the 20s right now, but it is supposed to go down, and it's been going down, and we've have gotten winter advisory, cold advisory. It's supposed to be cold for the next few days or whatever, like extreme cold. Like we this past weekend, it was like the was it this past weekend or the past couple of days or whatever? Fall advisory. I mean, when it's supposed to be coming and all of this stuff, and it was just crazy. Did I go out this house? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The first time I went out the house was when I went to work on Tuesday. Okay, I wasn't going out there if I didn't have to. Um, so we're dealing with that. Then it snows again. Then it goes away. Then it snows again. Then it goes away. Nothing's really accumulating because it's melting right away. I will give it that the sun been out melting the stuff, so it's not really accumulating. It's snowing right now. It's currently snowing right now. Okay. I don't know how much we're supposed to get. But hopefully not much. But I'm only bringing this up because, and then it says tomorrow it's supposed to be 24, but it feels like 4 degrees. Friday it's supposed to be 4 degrees, but it feels like negative 12. I won't be going outside on Friday. That is my day off. So, unfortunately, this weekend I do have to work. Okay, Saturday it's gonna be 9 degrees, but it's gonna be feeling like negative 9 degrees. All right, and then it's supposed to be 17, 12, 19, 18, 15, 19. All of that's all the way till next Friday. And you wanna know how much that's supposed to feel like? It's gonna feel like 6 degrees, 0 degrees, 4 degrees, 9 degrees, 3 degrees, 7 degrees, bitch. And then it's saying that an Arctic storm, whatever, weather and all that stuff is supposed to be coming this weekend throughout the whole country. Okay. And I really am going to pray for you guys down south, especially you guys in Texas and places that are not weather worn and not used to this, because we seeing already, unfortunately, how this has happened before, especially in Texas with the pipes freezing and, people going without power. And, unfortunately, we had some people that were trying to get warm in their cars. And unfortunately, the carbon monoxide killed them and everything, and it's people freezing in their homes. I feel so bad. The water freezing, all of that stuff. Please, please, please go ahead and make sure you stock up some way, somehow. Get you some food for the next few days. If you can find some salt that you put on the ground, not that you cook with, okay? The salt, get as many bags if you can. Um, check on your neighbors, check on the elderly, because it said it's supposed to get bad. And I don't play around with the cold like that, okay? That is a dangerous situation. They said some people go outside, you might catch a little hypothermia. I said, girl, what? Is it that bad out here? Up in the Midwest? They said out there, Minneapolis, you go outside and catch a little bit of cold, okay? And I said, you know what? This is crazy. But and it's supposed to go from like Texas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Atlanta, I should say Georgia, going all the way up there to the East Coast. Okay, girl, it's just going like this, bitch. It's just doing all that. And I just want y'all to be as safe as possible. Stock up on some food, stock up on some batteries. Okay, if you got that generator, make sure you got y'all got to put fuel in the generator, but make sure y'all got some gas. Okay, make sure you got some gas. Don't sit up in them cars. Don't sit up in them cars trying to get that heat. I get it, but we don't want that carbon monoxide. I ain't trying to fearmonger or whatever. I just want everybody to be prepared. Okay, have some food for the next. And then this is crazy because, I don't even know if people got paid yet. That is crazy. I get paid tomorrow. Thank God. Y'all, I got a raise. Got 2 raises, bitch. I said, girl, what? All right, come through. But yeah, make sure y'all do what y'all got to do. Okay? I'm going to do my part by trying to give y'all some, things to watch or whatever, things to talk about, okay, and just to keep y'all going or whatever. Try to be on time with it because, yeah, you got to keep your mind off the fact that you freezing your tits off, So, hey, it is what it is. And it's cold as shit outside when I got to put my heat on full blast, and I don't like the heat being on full blast because it messes with my sinuses, okay? And mind you, it's drying out my eyeballs as I speak. But I got to do what I got to do. I got to do what I do because it could get real cold up in this bitch, And, yeah, girl. Imagine I go up in my workroom, go in the staff room, chilling up in there, and literally was chilling up in there. Why is it that it is so cold in the staff room that when I come out and I go down to the circulation desk, I can literally feel my legs warming up, and I didn't realize it was that damn cold that my legs are just, tingling because they're trying to get the feeling back. Bitch, what? I feel like that's, y'all got to fix that. Y'all got to fix that. Ever since we've been up in that goddamn building, they can never get that temperature regulated. But yeah, you guys be safe. Be fucking safe, bitch. I want to see y'all next week. Anyway, moving on from that, let's just get up into this whole whatever it is that ain't nothing, okay? I feel like I forgot something for the past. Donnie McClurkin, have I talked about that? If I haven't, he getting sued by ex-assistant or whatever, talking about some essay and all that. Girl, he did it. Okay. And what I feel happened in the midst of that was, they probably was doing some things together. He kind of probably did take advantage, but at the end of the day, that's a gay man right there. And I need him to understand that's literally just what it is. You are a gay man. There is no pray the gay away because this is what happens. You try to do what you got to do to appease these people in the church. What whole time they up there beating kids, beating their wives, cheating on their wives, and doing all this other stuff, probably drugging, drinking, and all this other stuff, but want to come down on you because you gay. That is so crazy, and if y'all was so less judgmental, mind you, the Bible, that's a sin, being judgmental, but y'all don't want to follow that either. But if you could be less judgmental, we wouldn't have no need for people to be sneaking around and being DL and assaulting people because getting these assault allegations against them. Donnie McClurkin, great guy. Okay, that's just really what it is. Moving on from that, Clarissa Shields, girl. Now see, I tried to give you a little leeway, last week. Because I'm not one of the ones that's want to jump on the bandwagon and be like, oh, I can't. Because when I say, anytime I see a video on TikTok or whatever, talking about that girl, I have yet to see a positive video. Like, girl, I get it. She could be annoying, but the people really don't like her. The people really don't like her. And I've said time and time again that, she annoys the hell out of me. Some of the stuff that she says and she does, and the way she acts a little bit. Yeah, but it ain't enough for me to be like, oh, fuck that bitch and all that shit. She really gets under a lot of people's skin. Okay, listen, she ain't my cup of tea. I ain't here for the relationship between her and Papoose because I feel like he playing and he using her, and that's a dangerous combination because she gives fatal attraction to. I know I ain't the only one that feel that way, but and I just feel like he needs to let that go and stop playing with that girl before he end up truly hurting her. But at the end of the day, she's allowing this relationship to overshadow her actual boxing career. That's how I feel. And that plays into the part of what we're about to talk about. Let me tell you something, Clarissa. You give the girls and you give the guys reasons to just go in for whatever reason, okay? I try to say, if you don't like a person, just keep going, just keep going. Don't even have to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. Why is it hurting you? Why is it affecting you so much? You know, Rihanna shouted her out and all this stuff, whatever. You ain't gonna be able to tell her nothing about her man, her man, her man. Girl, I tried to, smooth out things a little bit for you, and then you go call in to somebody on YouTube. They was doing a live and they was taking calls and you were the topic of discussion and you called in. That's what you did. You called in. Disguising yourself as somebody else to take up for yourself. I said, girl, I need to see the whole live. I have got to see the whole live. No, I don't even need to see the whole live. I need to see, because what I saw was the clips that they put on the shade room and the neighborhood talk, whatever, the blogs, right? Now, when it gets to the point where we see she calls in, she's up there talking about something. Y'all be doing all this stuff to Clarissa and y'all don't even know the facts. And, Clarissa does this and she does that and she does this or whatever. Then it gets from all of that to, and then you don't even know what I be doing and I be doing this. And I'm like, do she realize that she is switching up and she's finally saying, because I'm like, how do y'all know that? Because before I punch play, I ain't gonna hold you. I tried to give people the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I said maybe y'all just doing too much. Okay, maybe this is some joke or whatever. Before I punch play, and then I listened to it and I said, "Oh God, you ain't even disguise your voice for one." Okay, and then you start talking and you speaking on your stats and all that stuff, and then you go from talking about, well, she ain't doing this and she ain't doing that, and y'all don't know this and all this or whatever because she is this, she is that too. Saying, me, you can't do that to me, you can't say that about me because I know what I'm doing and all this stuff. You're using personal. I said, oh my God, you just put it out there that you're on the phone talking about yourself, trying to defend yourself. And I get it, but girl, if that's the case, you should have just came on there and it would have been real boss and real respectable too. I ain't gonna say boss, but it would have been more respectable because no one likes a person talking about them and, probably getting the information wrong and this ain't it or whatever. And it's like, why you keep coming at me and all this stuff or whatever. And so you want to defend your character. You want to, clear up any misconceptions and all that stuff. So, yeah, you could have called in and you could have been like, yo, this Clarissa Shields. Okay, this Clarissa Shields, and I see you've been talking and you got a lot of stuff wrong. Let me clear my name. You just gave the people another reason to just come out on you and to call you a goofy. To call you a goofball. Okay? You's a fucking goofy for that. I ain't even gonna hold you, girl. Now they gonna tear your ass up. You deserve it at this point. Because what? I need to see the after that, once she do that, because then it cuts off. I don't see nothing else. Like, do he realize and do he catch on, the dude that was the channel, do he catch on that this was that what she said, that it was Clarissa, and he call her out or whatever? Like, I need the rest of it. I don't feel like searching for it, but yeah, girl, that was the move. And I need people to understand, like, this is what I gotta tell people, and this is why I'm not built for. Well, maybe I am, because I don't go back and forth with people no more. Now, back in the day, I'm grown. Like, I'm full grown, bitch. I'm about to be 40 next year. It gets me every fucking time. It gets me every fucking time. But, bitch, yeah, I'm about to be 40 next year. I can say that now. I got to. I'm about to be 40 next year, What the fuck do I look like going back and forth with somebody about something? Girl, if you don't if you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. That's your opinion. I'm gonna just keep on going. And depending on how respectful or disrespectful the comment is, I just delete and keep on going. That's just it. Ain't nobody got time going back and forth. And that's just me as a regular person. Back in the day, yeah, I probably go back and forth. But, I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? At a point, we got to mature, all right? And this is why I never had any dreams or hopes of being, or aspirations of being fucking famous, okay? Because girl, I can still have that mentality, but it's still, like having way more people, way more eyes, way more negativity on you, even if you ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And girl, some people just don't know how to, they don't know how to deal with fame. They don't know how to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to deal with the fact that people are going to have their negativity. They're going to have their positive comments, their negative comments. Some people are just going to be nasty for no reason, just to be nasty. And, you have to learn how to ignore that. That's why I know that there are some celebrities that don't even have social media. They don't have social media. They don't look into the news and all that stuff or whatever to talk about them. So that's how they keep stress free. Maybe a lot of these celebrities need to do that, or semi-celebrities or celebrity adjacent people need to do that. Okay? Because I ain't even gonna hold you. It irks me when I hear when I hear some of these celebrities that's like big celebrities, y'all getting on spaces, going off and shit. Getting on TikTok live, doing, girl, what? If we gonna get on TikTok live, Instagram live, baby, it's to promote the music. It's to put out tour dates. It's to, do that. I ain't getting on there talking about my business or whatever. That's what you're supposed to do as a celebrity, okay? Not this other shit, bitch. All right, like, Clarissa, that was a clown ass move. I'm sorry, girl. That was a clown ass move. You should have just came on as yourself. Okay, that would have boosted his, probably did boost his channel, but y'all could have helped each other out. For real, for real. All right. And speaking of some clown ass shit, like, girl, and age, this is where my age is starting to show, girl. I pride myself in keeping up with a lot of stuff because a lot of stuff been going on. And, one of these topics, pause, before I get to that, let me get to this because it's actually on my mind. This whole situation with Ryan Davis and Shannon Sharpe, baby, let me tell you something. I ain't really looked at Shannon Sharpe. The first time that I actually looked at one of his interviews was with Cat Williams. I ain't even gonna hold you. And I probably looked at a couple of more after that. And when I say a couple of more. And then I couldn't do it anymore. Because one, I don't like the way that he speaks. I don't like the way he sounds when he do his interviews or whatever. And I'm like, could you swallow whatever it is? His tongue sound thick or whatever in his mouth. And he just annoys me. And to know his character, and to find out how much of a fuck nigga he really is and how he do his kids and all that stuff, like, and I'm bringing that up because I see the clips of certain things, and one of the clips that's been going around, one of his recent interviews was with Ryan Davis, the comedian. I guess he's a comedian. And he speaks on the clip that has got everybody in a tizzy, which should, but for a lot of people, the wrong reason. Was talking about how his daughter, I think she's 10 or 11 years old. Keep that in mind. She's 10 or 11 years old. She's barely a preteen, okay? She's not even a preteen yet. Yeah, she is, okay, 10. At the very beginning of being a preteen. And you get on an interview talking about how, once you start making money, your daughter stop looking at you as her dad or something like that, and just like, what you can give her and just wanting money and stuff from her, and they broke your heart. You in a sense, just called your daughter a gold digger. Your 10, 11-year-old daughter a gold digger. And made it seem like she's using you for money. She only sees you as a cash machine and nothing else. That was so disgusting in itself. But what enraged a lot of us even more, because I've been looking at the back and forth, and again, I be wanting to give my opinion about certain things, but then again, like you said, I don't feel like going back and forth, and I don't feel like the negativity that's going to come with it, because it's always in certain topics, and this is one of those. It's always going to be those ignorant people that's going to come in and try to defend the mess, because maybe that's what you put up with. Maybe that's what you feel like. I don't understand it, because this man literally called his daughter a gold digger, basically, to the whole world. And then what enraged me and others more is the fact that they posted her picture. This is a child. This is not a consenting adult. This is not a teenager. This is a child. And even if it was a teen, that's still a child. They're underage. They're a minor. That is a child. That is a young child who just got into the very beginnings of being a preteen, who is probably going through the throes of puberty or about to start puberty, and you get your ass on this goddamn camera doing this interview that you know millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people gonna see, and you basically call your daughter a gold digger because you feel like all she wants from you now is material things, money, and all this other stuff. That's it, right? Do you not understand, even if you're trying to quote unquote joke about it and you're not serious, do you know that in this day and age, some people don't know how to differentiate between a joke, sarcasm, and people being serious? You know what I'm saying? They're going to take that shit and they're going to run with it. And we already live in a day and age where black women are being disrespected at a high rate, okay? They're not being protected. And then add on to that now, especially, it starts with black girls, young girls that have always been neglected, that have always been looked down upon, that have never really been protected. And you get on this platform, this big platform, and to put your daughter out on blast like that, like, why are you joking? Why are you being serious, or whatever it is that it is? Why are you bringing it up? And why would you allow, even if that's what you want to do and say, why would you allow your daughter's picture to be posted on that platform? Yeah, you could have possibly posted it on your own Instagram or whatever, but then you put, because everybody don't follow, but probably a lot more people would have probably saw the Shannon Sharpe interview or whatever, and then it's on the blogs. It's on the blogs. So you opened up your daughter to be attacked, your 10/or 11-year-old daughter to be attacked by incels, nigga cells, sexist people, misogynistic people, all of this shit, racist people. People that don't give a, black people that don't give a fuck about black girls or black people in general. Like, what? Why would you do that? Nothing is funny about that. Like, what the fuck? Because at the end of the day, again, let's take into consideration that these are kids. This is how kids are. Okay? And if you feel like your child only comes to you or talks to you or whatever because she wants something, that means that something else is going on with you. That means that you are not around. You are not around providing the love that she needs from a father. You are not around being around and providing that essence of a father that I can just come to him for anything. That's on you. The way you put that out there, you try to make it on her. Then you try to blame your ex for it and all this stuff, and just degrading her. And that ain't even a fucking story. Bitch, Dominique Morgan. Shout out to Miss Dominique Morgan. I love her so much. She's one of my favorite creators these days. She just followed me on Instagram too. Imagine. Love me some Dominique Morgan. And shout out to Bondi Blue, because when I tell you, Bondi be getting the girls and getting y'all asses together. You know, I see people say, oh, you're so negative or whatever. It's only negative, and she's only negative to people when she's telling the truth, okay? Or when she's calling out shit for what it is, and people don't want to hear that. People want to live in this air of delusion, and they just, I don't see it. You do see it. You do see it, okay? And so, you know, she been talking about that, the whole Cardi B situation with, you know, Stefan and Offset and all of that shit. She been calling it all out. And of course, you're going to get people that, you know, want to still be ignorant to the fact of it. But in this situation, I've been following them too. They've been saying shit, and I've been agreeing with just about everything that they have been saying on this topic, okay? And Dominique Morgan had put a video up because she had posted a comment in one of the comment sections, I think on one of the clips, and basically said, you know, all kids go through this phase where they just want something. It's nothing bad. It's not saying that they don't want you or whatever. and you should take the picture down. And Shannon Sharpe responds to her by saying, not all, and put all in quotations or whatever. And she read him to pieces. She read him to pieces. And on her video, the mom responded and basically said that he has not been around. He left the state when the girl was 3. Okay? And she is very well aware of what is going on right about now. So you opened up your child to be attacked by grown ass people. And you think that you get her respect. If you had her respect, I'm pretty sure you just lost it. You supposed to be protecting your child. You literally threw her out there to the wolves. Knowing how they treat black girls in this world on social media, you just threw her out there to the wolves to be attacked. And again, 9 out of 10, she is about to start puberty if she has not already started. So yeah, she may be going through a little bit of a change. Her attitude may switch up a little bit because she's probably confused about what the fuck is going on with herself now anyway. And then to add this onto there, she don't need that. Like, girl, again, you can't pay me to be fucking famous, girl. I feel so bad for the little girl. And he's a fuck nigga. That's just all that it is to it. Moving on from that. And speaking of Cardi, girl, the tour. That's just it. I'm so tired of the whole situation with the Selena girl. I don't understand again why do people still fucking with that bitch. Or why y'all still fucking with the bitch? And I mean, is the pussy really that good? I'm sorry to be so graphic and so vulgar when I say it like that, but sometimes you just got to put it out there because, girl, what? I need to understand, okay? Offset. I heard that he finally settled that damn debt for the IRS to over $1 million. Getting kicked out the casino is crazy. So I hope you finally hit. Allegedly wanting to put a hit out on, break Stefan's knees and all this shit or whatever. Girl, it just behooves me the way that niggas act when you are the one that's out here doing all of this cheating and you had a woman that stood by you through and through. And when she's finally at her limit and she's done, you can't let that shit go because of your ego, because you thought that she was going to stay around and keep on. See, y'all got to stop it. Y'all got to stop that, okay? Don't. Some of y'all be like, listen, cheating ain't really a deal breaker. I mean, you could cheat once or twice and then, after that, I'm going to be out. One time should be it. One time should be it. Okay, I'm sorry. Because then I forgive you. We get back together, they do it again. Oh, I forgive you. They do it again. They do it again. They do it again. And they expect to keep on being forgiven. And then you get into a situation where you finally done and they don't know how to let that go. They don't know what that means. They like, what? Wait a minute. You just switched up. Because we had this little situation going. This was our arrangement. I cheat, you forgive, and we keep on going. No, and you messed up the program. That's what's going on with Cardi, okay? Like, you're emotionally being abusive to the girl, financially trying to be abusive to the girl because you a broke-ass nigga. And then, you go from one situation to another situation with a nigga that got multiple kids. Girl, Cardi, just do your goddamn tour, okay? Just do your goddamn tour. And then he getting accused of assault and all this shit. Bitch, sometimes it's just better to stay single, okay, for a little bit, from going from one situation to the next. Oh, girl, I feel some type of way about motherfuckers that just can't be by themselves for a minute. I don't understand how you hop out of one relationship, and I ain't talking about Cardi and just her. I'm talking about in general, because there's a lot of people that literally, and I see that all the time, like with the celebs. How do you go from one situation to the next situation in the span of a month? In the span of less than a month, too. Like, girl, y'all just broke up. Y'all was together for 3 years. And now you over here, or he over here with this person. Girl, what? Bitch. And then y'all break up and then you next with the next person. How do y'all do that? And I'm talking about the regular folks, too. Some of y'all do that shit, too. Y'all can't be alone for nothing. You gotta be something with somebody, girl. Sometimes you gotta just take a break. Give your dick a break and give your puss a break, okay? Give your heart a break. That's what you need to do. Heal your mind, body, and soul, okay? No, Anita. I want a relationship. I do. I really do. I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? I thought I'd be settled down by now, but then, bitch, the way that y'all motherfuckers be rolling in these relationships, it's just like, yeah, hey, is this what I'm looking forward to? My gosh, it's crazy. Then you got the young kids out here. Oh, you got the young kids out here. Again, maybe because I'm getting older, I can't keep up. Or maybe because I really never cared about these people, because why do I care about rappers' girlfriends, especially rappers that I don't even listen to and don't even feature? Okay? Lil Baby, can't tell you not one song about. Probably if you play a song, I'll probably be like, oh, I heard part of that, but I still wouldn't know. Okay? So the most I know about this situation is the Jada Waiter girl. She used to go with Lil Baby. Her baby daddy is Lil Baby. That's Lil Loyal, right? Protect him too, because people can be real cruel. And her sister did some fuck shit last week or whatever with her son. Listen, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, you could try to say it irks me so much when it comes to gay people that a lot of people, y'all think about sex when it comes to gay people instead of just because it was like, oh, you don't want no kids to be gay and all that stuff, whatever, and y'all always equate it to sex. That's what it is. And that's not even why are you thinking about sex when it comes to gay people? How come you just can't think about the same way it is with heterosexual people? Because when I think of heterosexual couples, I don't go to sex. I think about them supporting each other, loving each other, living with each other, being that emotional support, just having a good time, being that shoulder to cry on, that shoulder to lift up, and, all of that. And I think about that when it comes to gay people. Sex is not the first thing. But when y'all talk about gay people and all that, you literally talk about sex. Y'all the ones that be sexualizing kids and sexualizing gay people. Like, what? Like, ugh. Anyway, so let me tell you something. And coming down on a child that's probably barely 2 years old that don't know what the fuck is going on because they did a hand gesture. Bitch, kids mimic what they see, and that don't necessarily mean that, oh, they're finna be gay or they're finna be this and they're finna be feminine and all this shit. And there are some feminine type of heterosexual men and all that stuff. So the fuck what? You could be whatever the fuck you want. So what? You don't know what these kids are going to grow into, and you cannot control that. You cannot control that. Okay? Moving the fuck on that. But, Ari Fletcher, the one that they be calling Cabbage Patch, y'all do that girl something. The one that be calling, I do know that she be calling everybody broke, bitch. Mind you, I keep on forgetting Ari is from Chicago, so it makes totally sense, okay? She is from Chicago. But Jada Waiter, I don't know how this all started. Y'all can explain it to me, because I tried, but I was like, girl, I was getting exhausted. I said, what? Oh, this is not our cup of tea, because when was the last time I talked about them? Years, okay? If I did. But, so Ari goes with, she's still with Moneybagg Yo, right? And I have to say this, Moneybagg Yo, whatever you're doing health-wise, keep it up, okay? I would like to get on your program, because that motherfucker, niggas be making me so mad. You niggas make me so mad. I'm talking about the male sex, okay? The male gender, he, him gender. Because you motherfuckers can weigh 300 pounds, and in 2 months, you bitches will be down to 150 once you start working out and you cut back on this bitch. Give it a woman, bitch, we take a goddamn year to get to that, or more. You motherfuckers. Oh, I just stopped drinking. 30 pounds gone. Bitch, what? I did 2 sit-ups. Oh, I got an 8-pack, bitch. You motherfuckers irk me so much. Oh, if anything, if I ever wanted to be a nigga, that'd be because of that. That'd be just that. Because y'all can lose weight and tone up real quick. That's just because the way y'all bodies is made. And I'm so fucking jealous. Bitch, you be so hard over here trying to lose this goddamn weight, bitch. But, whatever he doing, keep it up. Anyway, So you got that, and it's a mental thing, I know. So you got them, they still together. I'm surprised that they still together all these years, and if they break up, I will be surprised, because it's been a long time. Especially in the hip hop world, girl, yeah, that's a lot. That's a long time. And then I guess Jada Waiter, like I said, she used to go with Lil Baby. They got a baby together, loyal. Okay. And I'm assuming that Jada and Ari used to be friends. They're no longer friends or whatever. I did not know that, just found that out, I guess. And then randomly, I guess Jada came out and said, yeah, some rumors or whatever about Ari allegedly having a thing or sleeping with Lil Baby is real and cheating on Moneybag Yo, or I don't fucking know. And then doing something with Offset. First of all, you at this point, anybody doing anything with Offset, you have got to be desperate. So maybe this was back in the day when Offset was somewhat likable, for real, for real. But I don't. When we didn't realize how much of a, we knew he was a fuck nigga, but not how much of a fuck nigga he was. And I was just like, oh wow. So where's all this coming from? Did something happen behind the scenes that just sparked all of this? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Can y'all catch me up? The youngins, because I'm old. I'm getting old. My age is showing because I'm like, girl, what? I'm not interested, but I'm confused because then I was like, oh, okay, you know. Well, in my mind, when I think of stuff like that, it's like, well, if she possibly cheated or if she did fuck around with Lil Baby, 9 out of 10, she probably did it at a retaliatory thing because I'm pretty sure Moneybag Yo has not been faithful to that girl. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Come on. Hell, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. That's all I go back to. Jay, okay, like, come on. Niggas can't be faithful for shit. And I guess at this point, it's to be expected sometimes in different professions. So I'm like, well, maybe if she did it, I be trying to get... Because I don't like calling people hoes, for real, for real. And I don't think that's... You cheat. Let's say, I'm just going to put it in my mind, maybe it was a retaliatory thing. If this is happening, if this is real, right? And then, it was people coming out saying this came out before, so she just kind of confirmed it or whatever. I guess Ari was trying to say that she was going to come on her Twitch or whatever at a certain time and address it and all this stuff, and she didn't even address it. She just got y'all there and whatever. And I would have did the same damn thing because you messy as fuck. And y'all just want some tea. And I'm not finna satiate you with that. Okay? I'm not finna acknowledge and spend my time on some bullshit that happened years ago if it happened years ago. And obviously, if it happened years ago, 9 out of 10, my nigga know, and we still together. We got over it. So what? That's how I'm looking at it. It could be different. But, you got that going on. Next thing you got this Super Peach bitch. I forgot about Super Peach. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy because I'm one of the few that probably did watch the rap game all seasons. So I knew of Lotto before some people probably knew of Lotto because we knew that she came from the rap game. And she was on a season with Super Peach, and I think, yeah, Super Peach lost to her. Okay, that's just basically what it was. And I was a full-grown adult watching this, right? So to see them, and they were like teenagers and little kids, whatever. So to see them being grown, and I keep on forgetting, like, Lotto got to be like young 20s. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, she had to be like 16 or 15 when she was on the rap game. And now she's like, to hear the way that they talk, the cussing, the talking about their pussies and all of this shit. It's just so mind-blowing to me sometimes because I got to remember, I first saw them when they were kids. And I was still an adult. I'm still an adult. And I got to remember that technically now they're adults too. And so to see this video of Super Peach coming through and inserting herself into this whole situation because I already didn't say nothing. Now you want to go back and forth with Jada. And I'm here for Jada's response, okay? Jada ain't really saying nothing. Like, she said what she said. She'll probably put up an IG post or whatever, IG story post or a Snapchat post, but she ain't getting on camera going off and blah, 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 blah. Super Peach, bitch. Super Peach, what did that girl do to you? What did she do to her? Somebody fill me in, because the way that she came so hard in all them videos that girl, you could have swore that bitch tried to pop her. And I'm talking about with a blicky or something. Like she got, bitch, you grazed me, okay, with the thing, and I'm coming back for blood. That's how she was coming. She turned her YN up. And when she said on GD, I said, oh, okay. I said, well, you just confirmed some shit, you know? And she was just coming so hard. She was coming so hard. I was like, pretty girls that be so goddamn hard like that is so aggressive? Mama, why you gotta be so aggressive like that? No. And I mean, throwing it out there that, oh, you think I'm a fan? I got my PR people, whatever. This is network goofy. This is what we do and all this stuff. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, okay, that's fine. When y'all get up here, let me tell you something. Y'all get up here, y'all do these videos and these response videos to people. Y'all don't need to get up on the camera and be all like this and all like this and all like this, right? And then you don't need to be loud with it, okay? You don't need to be loud. I know you be pissed off or whatever, but you get people actually paying attention to what you gotta say if you talk like this. And if you inflect your voice a little bit, that's cool, but baby, I'm finna turn off because I feel like you're about to come through the screen and attack me. And then I look at you like you goofy as shit, because why are you screaming at your phone like that? Why are you screaming at your phone like that? You literally popped your phone up to scream at it, bitch. You're not screaming at that person. You're screaming at your phone. That's stupid. That is stupid. Calm the fuck down, okay? Y'all, I be laughing every time I see somebody do this. I'm like, y'all really mad at that phone? Y'all are really mad at that phone. What the phone? The phone just looking like, I just got here. I didn't do nothing. You spitting all over me, but bitch, damn, I didn't do nothing. Okay? Like, calm that down. You know, you get more, what is it, flies with honey or whatever, a bitch, whatever the fuck that phrase is, you get what I'm saying. Like, I was like, I couldn't even focus on what you was saying, bitch. Out of all of that, I heard, your mama like me, you don't do shit for your family, and she threw out there that the girl got an STD. And next thing you know, Jada put out a post like, oh yeah, I'm finna, she'll see my lawyer. And listen, I don't give a fuck, like, if she started it or not. I ain't mad at the response, because, bitch, I'm not finna go back and forth. I'm not finna be on no camera going, bitch, we grown. We are too grown for this shit, okay? And why is Super Peach in it? And then you got an ex-friend coming out saying that Jada ain't shit and she stole little baby from her. And, you know, not only did she steal the little baby, she took her, cosmetic concept, design, all of that shit, the palette. I said, what the fuck is happening? Who the fuck are these people? Then her sister coming out trying to defend her, and then they going, I'm like, oh my God. I feel like I'm in something that I don't need to be in because I don't understand, because I truly don't care. Because after I finish talking about this, I don't care. Like, I'm not into the rappers' baby mamas, okay? Am I into the rapper's baby mama? No. The only rapper baby mama that I'm into is Beyonce, and that's because that's his wife, okay? That just so happens to be the mother of his children. You know? That's what I'm into, okay? They're equal in my eye. I'll give it to them for now in this situation, okay? They're equal in my eyes. Well, they equal in my eyes. Fuck that bitch, okay? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care about this little shit. Girl, but could y'all explain? Like, break it down. Somebody gonna be like, okay, I know you don't care, but let me give you a little synopsis. That's what I want you to do, okay? Give me a little synopsis so I can bring it back. Like, okay. That's just all that I got on it. Okay, that's all that I got on it. You know, the girls are going at it, and I just feel like at this point the girls are bored. The girls are bored. You got Erica Bank going at Johnny Blaze. Bitch, I ain't heard shit about Johnny Blaze. The last time I seen Johnny Blaze, she was in somebody's airport. She saw a goddamn piano, and she was playing that thing, bitch. Johnny Blaze is one of those people that is an underrated talent, but she hasn't gotten the way to where she needs to go because I feel like of her past. You know, and the way that she came about, she's real about it though. She never put on the front that she used to be a sex worker. She used to be, you know, a stripper and all that stuff or whatever we used to see on the reality shows and all that stuff. But she is truly a underrated and a very talented person. She is very fucking talented. And if she had the right people around her right from the beginning, I really feel like that is a talent that could have been out there. Because when I say extremely talented, the way that girl be playing the piano and shit, bitch, she's very talented, okay? And then for Erica Banks, girl, you just got arrested. Okay, focus on that. You're going back and forth and trying to accuse her of stealing an idea that you had about a strip club tour or one night tour. Bitch, you ain't the first person that come up with these shit. No one is original these days, okay? Can we understand that? The concept has been there. Bitch, Effie said one night only. Dina Jones took that too, bitch. Now, if she copied and pasted like Dina Jones, then we can talk. Then we can talk. But oh my God, she said, bitch, it ain't even no tour, girl. It was just a one night thing. And what are you talking about? And they talk about some, bitch, we can fight. And I'm like, Erica, just back the fuck back. Okay, back the fuck back. Johnny ain't been in shit lately. Johnny been mad at her business lately. The last time I did hear something about her, she had some health issues. And she was stuck in the hospital, whatever. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. But thank God she's all right. All right. You know, but girl, she said, if you want to fight, we can fight, bitch. Just give me the address. Erica, stand down because Johnny will beat your ass. All right. Johnny will beat your ass. You know, she will hit you so hard you will fall and bust both of those BBLs, okay? Like, come on. Just let it go. Let it go. We don't need this. We don't need this. All right? Moving on from that, Kenan and Kel got a new movie coming out. It's a new movie, horror comedy. Kenan and Kel Meet Frankenstein, a project by the classic Abbott and Costello Monster Films. The movie will follow two delivery drivers whose routine drop-off takes a terrifying turn when they arrive at a creepy, out-of-place castle and accidentally awaken Frankenstein's monster, turning an ordinary night into a fight for survival. That'd be cute for the kids, but I'm not watching it. I'm sorry. Like, at the Good Burger, girl, I'm good. Like, love the fact that they're still cool with each other and that they're still working and that they're still making a way. I love that for them. But I won't be watching it, you know? And if I do, I'll wait till it come on streaming, okay? Give it a little view or two, you know? But other than that, am I clamoring for it? Oh, did I need this? No. Is it for the kids? I feel like it is, okay? What I'm looking forward to and I need to know and I need, the people on there, you be on your little TikTok. I can't remember his name. Oh my God, Dwayne. You be on your little TikTok sometimes. I be, you know, because I follow you. I see. Are we still getting the blackening too? That's what I want to know. Okay, girl, give me the blackening too, because the blackening one was so fucking funny to me. That shit was good. But anyway, moving on from there. Congratulations to them too. So apparently Morris Brown College, what are y'all over there doing? So y'all terminated abruptly the president, Dr. Kevin James, a week ago. And, you know, they didn't say why. And now y'all have reinstated him? Bitch, I am so tired. Y'all can see it in my eyes. I am so tired. Like, I have not been getting, sleepless. Anyway, y'all now finna reinstate him? What is going on and what happened? Somebody probably accused him of something and then they went on ahead and without investigating for sure, they went on ahead and terminated him. And then when they actually did the investigation, they realized, oops, my bad, it was a lie. And we got the proof to show that it was a lie. And y'all said, you know, we should have probably put you on suspension or gave you a little bit of a leave instead of just saying you're terminated and take you off the website. I don't know, it feels like something like that. I don't know. But he got his job back. I don't know how I feel. Bitch, you terminate me for whatever reason and then you gonna want me to come back literally a week later? I'd be like, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck y'all. You ain't finna play me like that. You ain't finna play me like that. But, yeah, girl, times is hard. Everybody need a job. Keep the job that you got, okay? For now, okay? What else has been going on that we need to talk about? ASAP Rocky got a tour gonna happen. You know, I tolerate ASAP Rocky because he's with Rihanna. Never forgot the things that he said about dark-skinned women, dark-skinned black women, you know. This is very colorist a little bit. Also, I recently seen a picture of him and academics together. That really turned my stomach. And so therefore, excuse me. At this point in my life, all I know ASAP Rocky for is to be a fashion. He's a fashionista, okay? You know, Valentino died. Oh, Valentino died. Just to let y'all know. May he rest in peace. But ASAP be up in everybody goddamn fashion campaign. So I just thought he was a model at this point. I didn't really know that he was a real rapper. Yeah, I don't know now one song of ASAP Rocky. And again, if you probably was to play his early songs that probably put him on the map, I have to hear it. But if you was to ask me, gun to my head, if it was to save my life, name one. I'm gone. R.I.P. to me. You know. I don't know. He got an album coming out now. So therefore, you know, he got the album about to come out. So now he's putting out there, no shade to the ASAP mob, I guess that's what it called. At this point, to me, and I know he's probably accomplished way more. He's just known to me as Rihanna's baby daddy. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Anyway, and mind you, we getting music from him before we getting music from. We just ain't never gonna get music from her, and I get it. You know, she would rather have more kids than actually put out more music. And at this point, I've come to accept it, Rihanna. I've come to accept it. At least I saw you once in concert. I did enjoy myself. You did do a good job. I was satisfied. I loved it. So at least I can say that I actually saw you in. I never forget that goddamn thing. She had this it's like a scaffolding or whatever. She had that bitch rolling past, and it was floating like a little floating stage kind of owl, whatever. She had that bitch, you know, it floated right above my head. Bitch, I was like, goddamn ass, okay, you know. I am no better than a nigga. But I was like, you better do that shit. And it was with the whoa. And that was when I seen Travis Scott the first time too. And I ain't gonna hold you. He was good. For the most part. After that whole Astro World shit, I ain't looked at him the same. I can't forget. Like, that nigga really, like, y'all don't do apology videos black and white. Don't do all of it. And truth be told, the Astro Royal situation wasn't really all his fault. You can't really put that all on him. It was, you gotta look at the documentaries, you know, but you're the artist, you're the face, so of course you're gonna get the brunt of it. You're gonna get the backlash for sure, but it was Live Nation. It was whoever put all that shit together. That was so fucked up. And I feel like everybody that got hurt, everybody that passed, everybody that affected needed to get compensation. You know what I'm saying? And you get your ass up here. I said, if that's supposed to mean that you really care or you going through it or whatever, what was all of that? I would have rather you not say nothing if you was gonna put that video up. But yeah, anyway, back to ASAP. Girl, going on tour. It's like 47 cities? No, 42 cities. Mind you, Chicago gonna be the first date. Why? Okay, you trying to work your kinks out on somebody else first, okay? Like, give us in the middle, bitch. But Beyonce, bitch, let me tell you something, girl. When you go on tour next year for Act 3, don't get Chicago don't need no spring dates. And if we do get a spring date, baby, let it be at the end of spring, okay? At the very beginning of summer. Like, if you want to do that, bitch, in spring, like you did this time, which I hope you learned your fucking lesson, bitch, because spring means what? A lot of rain, okay? Don't do that shit, okay, girlfriend? We're going to start at the end of May. At the end of fucking May, beginning of goddamn June. That's what we're going to start it at, right? And if you do want to put us in the beginning, Give us one of those dates that it ain't, and it's not going to be too hot. It's not going to be too cold. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be less of a possibility that it's going to be raining all the goddamn time, okay? Got to keep you up. I got to, you've been touring a lot. You've been up in the business a lot. You should know better, but if you need some help and if you need some suggestions, come to me. I'm here. I'm very much available. I'm always there to help. I'm an unofficial employee as it is. So, you just haven't paid me and given me a W-2 yet. And shout out to the W-2s. Oh, yeah, girl, when you do all that shit, don't come here in the goddamn spring. Don't do that shit no more. But, and don't give us very much at the beginning. I don't want to be a test dummy type of city. Work them kinks out by the time you get to us. So I want you to know. And W-2s... Speaking of W-2s, it's tax season, right? My cousin, she has a Lord have mercy. My cousin has a tax company. She is a licensed CPA. She is a licensed accountant. She is very much educated. That's what she went to school for. And her name is Janice Payne, Payne, and she's a virtual tax preparer now. She has her own business, and it's been in business since 2021, and she services everybody. And she'll give you, a little audit if you need to. Audit protections come with it and everything. So, with that being said, what she focuses on, she can help with 1099 incomes, rental incomes, child care providers, multi-state income, go through your shit and get you the most of your refunds, okay? More than 8 years of experience, and she is licensed, okay? And if you want to check her out, throw my name up in there and say Ashley sent you, okay? Her website is japaneetax.com. Okay. The email is info@japaneetax.com. All right. And the phone number is 630-809-9013. Her name is Janice Payne. Tell her I sent your ass. Whether you just want to inquire about how her service is, go on over there and check her out. Check her out. For real. See what she can do, if she can, if she's good for you, and if you decide to go with her, say, bitch, your cousin sent me. And y'all know I ain't going to spin you no wrong. That's my cuz. Okay, that's my cuz. Mind you, that's the only one that I actually really talk to. The other ones, she the only one over that side that actually got her shit together. So I'm very proud of her. So y'all give her, and she's about to get married. Oh my God, she's about to get married in a couple of months. Wait a minute, today is January, February, March, April. She's about to get married in 3 months. She's about to get married in 3 months. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, that's what was going on. What else I was talking about? ASAP, yeah, he's going on tour. Y'all going? I'm not, but y'all going? That's cool. He got to make his way. He got to do something. Rihanna can't take care of the whole house. Oh, let me shut the fuck up. Anyway, so a little bit of, I don't even feel like talking about this stupid shit because we already know what it is. Nicki Minaj and John Lemon. Listen, Don Lemon and a group of people, protesters, interrupted a church service out there in Minneapolis, okay? Because the pastor is one of the heads of the ICE organization out there, I guess. Cool. No one was hurt, no one was harmed, no one was touched, no one was forced to do anything. They just interrupted the service. Would that have been something I would have did? No. Am I mad at it? No, because you 9 and 10 know that your pastor is this type of person, so whatever. But, we got to be fair. So, hey, okay, cool. And because this happened, you had Don Lemon got boots on the ground, and he is a journalist. And he came out there, and he also entered while they were protesting and started conducting interviews, you know? And so that made its rounds. And then Nicki Minaj decided to start tweeting about Don Lemon and calling him a thug and that he should be arrested and all this other stuff or whatever, for coming in there and stopping them from doing their religious thing and all that shit or whatever, and calling him a cocksucker. And I had to remember, because it just felt so like random at first. And I had to go back because somebody had posted it. Like they had a little back and forth back in the day. Because Don Lemon was one of the ones that wasn't scared to call that lady out. Okay. Um, and he has. And this was around the time of the vaccine and shit, when she said her cousin ball sack blew up and all that shit or whatever. Okay, cool. And he called her out on her ignorance on that. Okay, fine. Girl, I guess she was still harboring and holding some shit against him. And so she used this moment to come out and say something. And here's the thing when it comes to Nicki Minaj. The way that she'll say, and this is what I did all of this so that they can, talk about this. And it worked. It worked because now you're talking about this or whatever. Girl, what? You did that to distract from whatever else is going on with you, like the situation with your house, and whether or not they're going to put it up for sale and force you to sell it so that you could pay that man off. That's what you're doing it for. It's not a distraction from anything else. You don't know what's going on politically and all this stuff. And it's so crazy. Oh, you see what they want to run with and all this stuff, and I did it for real, and I did this, okay, because, implying something else is going to happen. What else is going to happen? And Don Lemon came back at her ass, and you're not a citizen, you're not a legal, I don't even know if she's legal or legal citizen, you could be deported. You're going up for somebody who would deport you in a minute because you fall into the category of what he don't like, illegal immigrants or some shit like that. You up here talking about somebody's a thug when you married to a man who literally is one, and he's on the sex offender register, and you support rapists. Your brother's a rapist. You supported him. You probably still support him and all that shit or whatever. You don't care about black people. You're very anti-black. You don't like African Americans and all this shit. Don Lemon went in, and I was here for it. Because come on. It's just like people that got a whole bunch of shit on them that you can come back for them. Your record is not clean. Why are you coming at other people that can just cut you down with the actual facts? Not no projection, not no assumptions, but with actual facts. What Don Lemon said about Nicki Minaj was fucking facts, okay? And yes, calling a gay man a cocksucker as a black woman, not as a black woman, but as a straight person, and that's the only thing that you keep on calling him because you don't want to say outwardly that he's a you don't want to say that word, yeah, but you just call him a cocksucker. Yeah, that's homophobic in that sense. People trying to be ignorant and obtuse and say, oh, she wasn't being homophobic. She was. Okay, it's not hard. The hoops and loops and mental gymnastics that people try to go through to defend this lady, and I'm talking about gay people still. She doesn't like you. She does not support you. She doesn't support the community. You go up and you want this man to get arrested. You want him to be thrown in jail and all this other stuff. When you have yet to say anything about what's been going on with ICE in this country. So you support people getting pulled out of their homes, and it's not just Hispanics, it's not just Latinos, it's actually people who look like you, skin tone wise. People who are actual citizens who are born and raised in this country, that because they're black, they're getting pulled over too. You're not saying nothing about that. You're not saying nothing about any other shit that is going on, but you decide to open up your mouth about this. or you decide to tweet about that. Then they want to charge him or try to some face law, some shit, and ain't nobody using. And I'm like, oh, so now y'all upset. Y'all upset because they came up in there and he just did his job as a journalist. But where was this outrage from a particular set of people when you had Dylan Roof coming into a church and they were in the midst of worship and rehearsals and all that stuff, and he wound up doing what he did, killing people? Where was the outrage then on that side? Because we were outraged because he actually harmed somebody. These people actually just came in there. I don't think they touched anybody, but Don Lemon definitely didn't touch anybody. He just did his job as a journalist, right? He got the interviews. Now you want to do some Ku Klux Klan law? Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Nicki Minaj, you are a sad individual. And I never thought that this would be how you would go out. And how you continue to... And then you got people like Ruby Rose. Like, the celebrities are not scared to speak up now. I said Ruby fucking Rose. And not the rapper, but the actress. And I said, not the actress. Bitch, I ain't seen you in a minute. Okay? I didn't know she used to work around them. Girl, let me tell you what they said. Responded to a screenshot of Nicki's rant, Ruby Rose shared on her own experience working on the super bass rappers supporting act tour. Well, she worked with her in 2012 when she served as a supporting act on the Rappers Reloaded tour. According to Ruby, tour staff lived in constant fear of being fired without warning. Her ego is so outsized. She had to fire everyone. She had to fire someone after every show. She fired the security for not seamlessly carrying her from the stage because she went to jump off several bars early. She also recalled the night when Nicki allegedly threatened to fire everyone after her real age was leaked in birthday messages. She said she's waiting for Nicki's next outburst to reveal more. Ruby, girl, what? That's so fucking random, bitch. Ruby, hush. Okay, just, we don't need no more. Yvette Nicole Brown came out and said that, she know people that work with her on wardrobe team and that did a fitting at her house, and she wouldn't allow anyone to use the bathroom, not even the guest room near the front door. She just decided that they didn't deserve to relieve themselves on her premises. You come to my place, I'm going to make sure that you be able to piss, okay? Especially if you're there for a while. That's just common decency. Now, if you just coming in, stopping in, maybe. But, you going to be there for a while and you're doing a service and you paying me anyway. Bitch, you can use the toilet, okay? But, hey, it is what it is. Girl, Nicki, this is sad. I ain't got shit else to say. What else can you say? Moving on. Jaime Hanson, what the fuck is going on? You need to get your ass back to acting. Like, I really thought Jaime was going to be one of them big actors. He should have been up there on the level with Idris Elba. Okay? You should have been up there on the level with Idris Elba. I don't know what the fuck happened. I really don't. You got with Kimora Lee Simmons, and next thing you know, everything just fell the fuck apart. Like, is that what it is? I don't know. Because that's literally the last time that I really heard about you. And that's sad. Because you are a good actor. You are a good actor. Now, the next time I hear about you, you are in the news because you had to kick your girlfriend out, your baby mama out, because she'd have put her hands on your ass. And she wouldn't get out the goddamn townhouse. Now, I'm going to give you credit for this. I hope you didn't retaliate by putting your hands on her. But you did the right thing by calling the cops to get the bitch out. Okay? Ladies, stop putting your hands on the niggas. You don't want that man to pop off and pop your ass, and then you be up here like, he assaulted me, but what did you... And I hate her, what did you do? No, because we know that we ain't supposed to... Niggas don't hit women. Don't do that. But, bitch, sometimes that shit be like, you don't know what type of nigga you got. You up here trying to hit a motherfucker. You don't know if that instinct gonna come in, because it's a natural instinct to want to protect yourself. You don't know if you're gonna get a nigga that ain't gonna let you hit her, hit you, or hit him, or they gonna just walk away. Stop playing with motherfuckers. Okay? I don't like it when niggas put hands on women, and I don't like it when women put hands on. Bitch, y'all are in fucking relationship. Why are y'all putting hands on each other? I don't even like it when motherfuckers be pushing each other. Because I feel like once you start pushing a bitch, man or a woman, that's going to escalate the next time. Maybe the next time, that's when you finna start hitting. Because that push ain't going to be enough. Don't mush a bitch. Don't mush a bitch. Don't push a bitch. Don't do that. Because next thing you know, you're going to be hitting a bitch. And I ain't got time for that shit. Because I don't do domestic violence on either side, bitch. Keep your fucking hands to your goddamn self. And if it gets so heated that you feel like, get the fuck out. Go take a goddamn walk, okay? Like, I could never be with somebody. Like, if that was to happen, like, how do you live with yourself? How do you live with yourself knowing that you just popped your partner, whether you're a male or a woman? I would feel so fucking bad. I would feel so fucking bad that I wouldn't even be able to look at. I wouldn't be able to look at you. I wouldn't even be able to feel right about myself, and I have to break up with you because I'm dead ass. I don't like that shit. Oh, I got trauma. Not that I was in it. I got trauma because I seen that shit with my mom and my dad. I don't like that. I don't like that. It just took me someplace. I don't like that shit. Okay, keep your fucking hands to yourself. Speaking of Javante Davis, actions have fucking consequences. Now you had a warrant out for a domestic violence charge that he had, and now you done got your goddamn world title taken away from you. Keep your fucking hands to yourself, bitch. Okay, that's just all it is. And one thing about it, if I was a straight bitch, there's a couple of type of niggas that I would not go for. Okay. Now, let's say I wanted to get with a nigga that got a bag or something. I'm not going with a boxer. I'm not going with a cop. Ain't got no money. I'm still cop, military, bitch. Fuck that. Not no goddamn boxer. Not no football player. Oh, no. Okay? Not a contact sport motherfucker. Hell no. Okay? I don't see how sometimes y'all get with some of these football players, because some of these football players, I don't know which position they playing, but all I know is necks be thick as fuck. Now, if your neck this thick and your abs is like this thick, bitch, yeah. We can't do this, because if you get angry and you hit me, I just feel like my face is going to go through the wall. And that's going to be it. I don't know if I'm going to still be here. That's scary. So that's something that I just, y'all be taking risks. Okay. Also, rest in peace to the former Nickelodeon star. She was on All That and Lil Bill. Her name was Kiana Underwood. She was 33 years old. She got hit by a car. She was dragged actually by the car while crossing an intersection, the intersection in New York, and she wound up passing away. People were talking and saying, like, one of her co-stars was like, people that knew her was saying she's been homeless for the past few years, and no one has said anything about it. No one has brought light to it, and she wondered why that is, when people were bringing light to that other guy from Ned Classified and all that stuff. You see that they ain't talking about it now. They never should have talked about it in the first place, because he wasn't ready. Okay? And I don't know why we pose questions like this when we already know what the answer is. One, again, as I said earlier, people do not care about black women. People don't care about women, but people specifically do not care about black women like that. People don't care about black people like that. And she has those two things against her. And that's just all that it is. Because I didn't know. You didn't know. And it took her passing to know that this happened to her and that she was actually suffering and homeless. So, we got to do better. People got to do better. But society as a whole has to do better, for real, for real. May she rest in peace. I just know she was in a lot of pain. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I seen a video probably toward the end of last year where I think it was in Dallas or Houston, I believe. One of those. This woman got hit by a car. They didn't know that they hit her. And the people was trying to tell them, stop, stop, stop. They were dragging her underneath the car. We didn't see the actual dragging, but another person that was in their actual apartment, because it was a high-rise apartment, and they heard the commotion. They filmed the aftermath, and they said, look at her. You gotta look. And I was like, what are we looking at? Bitch, I looked down at the ground. You could see her blood that was basically, oh God. And she was still underneath the car. Oh God, she eventually passed away. Oh, can you imagine? No, baby, no. I'm so scared of pain. If I go, I want to go in my sleep, bitch. I do. Like, I'm so scared of pain. But anyway, rest in peace to her. I don't even care about this. Brooklyn Beckham and his family, you know, basically he said I don't fuck with them, okay? Mama be doing too much, daddy be doing too much. They don't like my girl, my wife, all of this stuff, and I believe that he blocked his brother and all this shit or whatever. Girl, at the end of the day, you know, he got his version of things, we got our version of things. We don't know what the truth is, but what we've seen is a pattern, okay? Now, what I'm getting at is the wife who daddy and people is billionaires, right? They said she got a history of doing this because she did the same thing. The same thing happened with her ex-boyfriend. Basically, when he got into a relationship with this girl, it came to a point where he cut off everybody from his family, okay, to be with her. They broke up. She gets with Brooklyn, and the same situation is happening all over again. And we have to also understand that that could be the case, but it also could be the case that, you know, Victoria and what is the daddy name? Oh my God. What is the daddy name? I've been spacing out lately. Mind you, I'm hungry as shit, y'all. I'm oh Lord have mercy. I'm getting this shit together, but girl, I gotta start eating. I'm trying to do the eating. It's not the portion size. It's just I gotta eat. Okay, so right about now I'm hungry as shit. You know, calories intake is good and all that shit. I'm just haven't met them all, and it's been hours since the last time I ate. Girl, anyway, that ain't even here or there. What is his name? Victoria Beckham husband. That don't make no sense. Victoria Beckham husband. David. How the fuck did I not really? Anyway, girl is messy as shit, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, first of all, it ain't my business, but I'm gonna look. But at the same time, it just feel like some spoiled shit going on. It feel like maybe the parents do too much. Mom. Also, the wife could be isolating on purpose. And it could be Uncle Festa and Debbie's situation too. It ain't funny, but I don't know why I thought of that. Oh my God, I need to go look at Addams Family Values. Morticia was so pissed. She said, bitch, you tried to kill Festa. I can live with that, you know. But pastels, bitch. That shit is funny as fuck, bitch. Okay. Anyway, but anyway, moving on. Girl, white people shit. Over the pond shit, okay? But you know, y'all put it in the comments too. If you know some tea, put it down there, because I really want to, like, this shit felt like it came out. Because the last time I heard about Brooklyn, like, his parents would give him any and everything to, you know, whatever dream that he had and back him and make sure he was able to do the shit. And all of a sudden, y'all ain't talking no more? Well, crazy. You know, let me see what he said. Brooklyn Beckham statement. That ain't how you spell it, bitch. Powerful statement, if you want to call it. It said, I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private. Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and to tell the truth about only some of the lies that have been printed. I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. Says people that's being controlled do not say that they're being controlled to the public. They don't. I'm standing up for myself. And that could be true. That could be true too. Multiple things can be true at the same time, people. So this what makes it so complicated. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life. For my entire life, my parents have controlled narratives in the press about our family, the performative social media posts, family events, and inauthentic relationships have been a fixture of the life I was born into. Recently, I have seen with my own eyes the length that they'll go through to place countless lies in the media, mostly at the expense of innocent people to preserve their own facade. But I believe the truth will always come out. My parents have been trying endlessly to ruin my relationship since before my wedding, and it hasn't stopped. My mom canceled my mom my mom canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour despite how excited she was to wear her design, forcing her to urgently find a new dress. Weeks before our big day, my parents repeatedly pressured and attempted to bribe me into signing away my rights to my name, which would have affected me, my wife, and our future children. They were adamant on me signing before my wedding date because then the terms of the deal would be initiated. My holdout affected the payday, and they have never treated me the same since. During the wedding planning, my mom went so far as to call me evil because Nicola and I chose to include my nanny Sandra and Nicola's nanny at our table. Because they both didn't have their husbands. Both of our parents had their own tables equally adjacent to ours. Oh Lord, it's more? Damn, he had a lot to say. Hold on, you guys. The night before our wedding, members of the family told me that Nicola was not blood and not family. Since that moment, I started standing up for myself with my family. I received countless attacks from my parents, both privately and publicly, that were sent to the press on their orders. Even my brothers were sent to attack me on social media before they ultimately blocked me out of nowhere this last summer. Oh, they blocked him. My mom hijacked my first dance with my wife, which had been planned weeks in advance, to a romantic love song in front of our 500 wedding guests. Mark Anthony called me to the stage where in the schedule was planned to be my romantic dance with my wife, but instead my mom was waiting to dance with me instead. She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone. I've never felt more uncomfortable and humiliated in my entire life. The memes and the videos that have been going y'all can't be serious for shit. We wanted to renew our vows so that we could create new memories on our wedding day that brings us joy and happiness, not anxiety and embarrassment. My wife has been consistently disrespected by my family, no matter how hard we try to come together as one. My mom has repeatedly invited women from my past into our lives in ways that were clearly intended to make us both uncomfortable. Despite this, we still traveled to London for my dad's birthday and were rejected for a week as we waited in our hotel room trying to plan quality time with him. He refused in all our attempts unless it was at his big birthday party with 100 guests and cameras at every corner. When he finally agreed to see me, it was under the condition that Nicola wasn't invited. It was a slap in the face. Later, when my family traveled to LA, they refused to see me at all. Damn. My family values public promotion and endorsements above all. Brand Beckham comes first. Family love is decided by how much you post on social media or how quickly you drop everything to show up and pose for a family photo op, even if it's at the expense of professional obligations. We've gone out of our way for years to show up and support at every fashion show, every party, every press activity to show our perfect family. But the one time my wife asked for my mom's support to save displaced dogs during the LA fire, my mom refused. The narrative that my wife controls me is completely backward. I have been controlled by my parents for most of my life. I grew up with overwhelming anxiety for the first time in my life. Since stepping away from my family, that anxiety has disappeared. Lexapro would do that to you. I trust me, about to pop one right now. I woke up every morning grateful for the life I chose and have found peace and relief. My wife and I do not want a life shaped by image press or manipulation. All we want is peace, privacy, happiness for us and our future family. All right. All righty. Girl, leave the boy alone. Y'all leave the boy alone. Let him do what he got to do. You know, when to become one. That's what's going on with him and his wife, okay? Y'all can't do nothing else about it. You know, he said he don't want nothing. Respect that goddamn boundary. That's all that you can do at this point, Victoria and David, okay? And the kids, you know, just let them do. Sometimes motherfuckers got to find out on their own, okay? He's a grown man. Let him live his life, you know? That's just really what it is. And Mr. Son, don't say nothing else about your parents in public or private. If you say it's cut off, it's cut the fuck off. Okay? It's cut the fuck off, you know? And everything that's entailed to that, just be prepared for it. I hope you're prepared for it, what all that means, okay? Moving on from that. Also, what else is going on? Oh my God. It was something else that was popping off. Like white people shit, I think. Or was it white people shit? No, don't worry about it. Yes, it was. Blake Lively and these text messages for Taylor Swift. That Justin Jordan, whatever the fuck from that goddamn movie, that shit still going on. Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, bitch. I know y'all don't want them text messages to get out. And them text messages are not helping your case, girl. Okay? I just want y'all to know that. Blake Plantation Lively. Okay? Girl, I never see it for Blake Lively. For the simple fact that her and Ryan Reynolds got married on that goddamn plantation, bitch. I found that shit out. I said, what? A plantation. Whoa. Okay. And lastly, most random, I'll be sure and Lunel going together. Bitch, they posted a video of them together, the little caption of them together. And, you know, some of y'all are really, like, ill. Some of y'all are really ill. Because Albie Shore and Lunel, believe it or not, look like some of y'all aunties and uncles. Okay? Y'all so bent up on looks and body types and all this stuff. And, oh, that don't even look like, or what they doing together, bitch, because they probably want to be together. Whether it's real or not, okay? Let them be. I don't see nothing fucking wrong with it. Is it an odd appearance? Sure, because we wasn't expecting it. That their paths will cross like that. But we all know an auntie like Lunel that can get all the niggas, the fine niggas too, and they be in love and that shit. Girl, they put that thing on them and they ain't never going no way. Okay? Let them do what they do. Everybody deserves a little happiness, even if it's for a fleeting moment, you know? But, yeah, y'all. That's all I gotta say. I ain't gonna do too much today because I'm tired and my energy is gone, bitch, because I'm hungry. I gotta go fix me some. You know what I'm finna fix? I'm finna fix me, girl, I don't know. I'm finna fix me a chicken sandwich. Anyway, I see y'all later. You guys, again, please, please, please go stock up. It's always better to be prepared for just in case, even if it doesn't happen, so that you could be prepared for whatever, okay? Be as safe as possible as you can out here. Be as warm as possible, okay? If you need some assistance, find somewhere that you can get that assistance, call, whatever. But please check on your people. Stay as warm as possible. Go stock up on what you need and be safe. And I hope everything works out. And I see y'all next week. And y'all be good. Peace.